It's big time on CBS, extra big, with the Big Ten hosting the Big 12, Oklahoma State at number 6, Oregon, the second ever meeting in series history. Speaking of history, plenty of it in the battle for the war drum. The border showdown is back. We've got Kansas, Mizzou, a rivalry that started in the late 1800s, returning for the first time since the Tigers left for the SEC in 2011. And we've got more rivalry trophies on the line Saturday. The Cy-Hawk Trophy up for grabs between Iowa and Iowa State. The 72nd edition lands in Ames this year with a ranked Cyclone squad trying to make it 2 straight. And here people are saying week 2 is a disappointment compared to week 1. Let's welcome in Chip Patterson to tell us why that's not true and give us a viewing guide to this fantastic upcoming Saturday. So what's the setup for the noon window? Where are we keeping our eyes?
All right, Emily, you know we got to have multiple screens because you were right. Week 2 is being slept on, and it's going to deliver. Main screen, noon window, we're going to that Cy-Hawk Trophy battle. Iowa and Iowa State play so many close games. They're always tense. They're not always high scoring, but you want to be dialed in for any special teams or defensive touchdowns. But at the same time, we've got a top 15 team that's on the road. So my side screen option for the noon window is going to be Brett Bielema and the Fighting Illini going to take on Duke. Duke has taken down multiple top 25 teams at home over the course of the last 3 years. Will Illinois be the next, or will they be able to maintain that standing in the top 15? So main screen, we got Iowa, Iowa State. Side screen, Illinois and Duke.
I like it. At 3:30, Chip, we know you got the Big Ten on CBS because A, you're a company man, and B, it's a good game. So what intrigues you about Gundy v. Lanning, and what else are we watching?
I mean, besides the chance to hear the trumpets, obviously it's going to be looking at this Oregon team. Emily, I underrated the Oregon Ducks going into this season because they lost a program record of NFL draft picks. Did I think Oregon was still going to be about a top 10 team? Absolutely. That team is too talented. Dan Lanning has done too good of a job bringing in good players to Eugene. But the way that they were just able to so methodically and efficiently pick apart a Montana State team from the FCS, yes, but 15-1 national runner-up at the FCS level. Montana State's coaches could not stop raving about the speed, athleticism that they had to go up against with the Ducks. I saw new players making an impact, and Dante Moore really might just start building some Heisman Trophy buzz. It's a big spread. I think that we might be dealing with a game that could potentially be a runaway, but keep your eye on Dante Moore and keep your eye on Oregon because I think they are a bigger factor in the Big Ten title race with Penn State and Ohio State than I considered going into the year. Side screen, come on. You saw that big old drum. We're going to see who's beating that big old drum because the rivalry between Kansas and Missouri is real hate. It ain't clean old-fashioned hate like what we get over there in the state of Georgia. This is like hate. The city of Kansas City, the whole metro area just divided. Your churches, your offices, your schools, KU fans, Mizzou fans. This is going to be a game that everyone's been so excited for. Now, how much of that passion in the stands will bleed on over to the field? I imagine a little bit, but it's also a huge game for both teams as Lance Leipold and Eli Drinkwitz will take this and then move on to their respective conferences looking to challenge for a conference title.
We're actually going to have Lance Leipold on our show, the head coach of the Kansas Jayhawks, tomorrow for college football pregame on HQ from 9 to 12. Make sure you tune in. A lot of the players learning about this rivalry and how it goes back many generations. So the only ranked matchup of the weekend in prime time, we've got Michigan, Oklahoma. So what are we watching for Saturday night?
It's got to start with the quarterback position. Michigan's Bryce Underwood, while he didn't overwhelm you with his stat line against New Mexico, he showed you enough plays that really confirmed why he was not just the top-rated player in his class, but really widely considered one of the most intriguing prospects of the last decade at the quarterback position to come out of high school. Looks ready-made, looks ready for the moment. But this Oklahoma defense, a road environment in Norman, what a tremendous test. No matter how he he plays, Emily, I believe Bryce Underwood will get better from it, but this is going to be very interesting for what it means for the Wolverines. And John Mateer, somebody who has seen one of the biggest jumps in terms of the Heisman Trophy odds, and has a great big-time spotlight to showcase that what he was able to do in the season opener against Illinois State, 4 total touchdowns, 3 passing, 1 on the ground. If he can replicate that kind of production against Michigan's defense, now we're starting to talk about John Mateer as one of the best quarterbacks in the country. And now we're starting to talk about Oklahoma as not just one of these teams that we expect to go 6-6, 7-5, but be a very, very difficult out. So that's going to be up on the main screen. And then on the side screen, I know it sounds trendy, Emily, but I got my upset alert sirens on. Arizona State going on the road to Starkville. Kenny Dillingham's talking trash about how many hotels they got. They think those 4 little cowbells will be enough to simulate the noise that's going to be made in that stadium. No, no, no. Your ears are going to be ringing like you're walking out of a rock concert, because Mississippi State fans have used this as a rallying cry. There are not going to be many games where the Bulldogs have a chance to make a statement like they will here on Saturday night. They will show up loud. They will be proud. They will make their voices heard. So I got Arizona State on upset alert, Mississippi State as my side screen. Finally, disaster to monitor. Emily, did you watch what happened on Monday night?
Chip, did you? Are you okay?
No, absolutely not. No, I'm undergoing some real therapy here for the trauma that was suffered from being in attendance.
Your feelings. This is a safe space.
I think it is so important. The greatest test for Bill Belichick is going to be whether he can guide a team through adversity. I did not think the adversity would hit after one game, and I did not think it would hit this violently. Disaster potential with North Carolina playing on the road at Charlotte. They are 13.5-point favorites, but that is a point spread that has dropped by 8 points since before Monday night. So we are monitoring that, because that could get moved from a side screen up to the main screen very fast if things go sideways.
We know you'll be keeping an eye on it, and we will continue to follow your coverage. Chip Patterson, you're the best. Thank you so much. A reminder of it's big time on CBS. We've got Oklahoma State at number 6 Oregon. The coaches have been kind of sparring all week long, so looking forward to seeing what happens out on the field. And then on CBS Sports Network, we got UCLA versus UNLV. Our friend Jordan Giorgio on the sideline for that game. And also on our college football pregame show tomorrow, Dan Mullen, the head coach of UNLV, will join us. And come and get these locks. Yesterday's Locks Pod is out. Also join the Cover 3 crew Saturday night for instant reaction to this sneaky good Week 2 slate.